Alright, what is going on, guys? Back with another trade recap video. Today we took one trade. We had FOMC today, so we waited till 2 to get on the charts. Sat on the charts for a long ass time. It's Wednesday the 20th, March. P&L right here for the day, 976. Overall, draw on liquidity was pretty clear. At first, I wanted these equal lows to get hit. These stacked equal lows, and then that sell side. Coming off of, and also the 1 hour fair value got filled a little more, but coming off of the news that we had at 2 FOMC, we saw a big pump. So bullish news. And then after that was kind of made, we formed a breaker block. I didn't end up taking this trade. I don't know why. Okay, bullish breaker, bullish 15-minute. We're all the way up here. We're going to retrace into this 15-minute fair value gap, okay? We end up doing that, tapping the breaker block as well. And if we go down to the 1 minute, this is where you could have taken a trade. I did not, because I did not like the entry. So we have a 1 minute inverse right here. And we don't close until we're all the way up here. And you need to put your stop at the swing low. And your first TP1 would be right here, 0.98. I mean, it's just not the best. And then your second draw would just be right here. Just not the best risk to reward. I mean, honestly, you could leave runners for... This was our main draw on liquidity. This 4 hour... this 4 hour buy side. That was our main draw. So yeah, you could have left runners, I guess, but I don't know. Just not the clearest draw on where the market wants to go. And I didn't like the entry that much either. So we let market play out. This honestly looked like a sell model forming a little bit. But it ended up not being one. So we were looking at that for a little bit. But ended up taking the long. Thought we had low resistance right here, equal highs, kind of just marking everything out, letting see what the market gives us. Sat through all this chop, and then towards closing, the 350 to 410 macro, we got some movement. So we had a 5 minute inversion right here. I wanted that to get inverted, and then that would just show us that the draw was clearly higher. We have these equal highs, and I knew that once this 5 minute got inversed, we were just going to pump. And what do you know? Right as this 5 minute got inversed, we pumped. Yeah, we came down. We didn't even tap it, though. We tapped there was like a 3 minute inversion that it tapped. But, it doesn't really matter. I entered off of the 1 minute. So, we had this 1 minute bearish for value gap. Kept on getting respected. Then we finally closed above. I entered when we closed above. And it was kind of obvious when I entered that there was like a minute. There was like a minute left once this one closed until the 5 minute closed. And I was just like, okay, well, I can predict that the 5 minute is then going to get inversed. And what do you know? It did. So I entered off the 1 minute for a decent entry. Put my stop at the swing low. Risked 0.5%. And our TP1 0.97, about a 1-to-1. And then our TP2 was a 1.3. And honestly, this was just a trade where I had a super clear draw on liquidity. I knew that once this 5 minute was going to get inversed, we were going higher. And it was just so clear to me that that was what's going to happen. ES also just all-time highs. Like, NASDAQ has to catch up. It's not even close. Well, now it is somewhat, but it needs to catch up. So just super clear draw on liquidity for this after seeing also all this chop happen and continuous upwards movement. Now in hindsight, yeah, you could have taken this or whatever. It would have been the same, about the same risk to reward, TP1 right there, TP2. Or even you leave a runner for this. And yeah, that would have been, you would have hit and it would have been good. You have the 15 minute breaker, 15 minute fair value gap. But you're also close to these equal lows. So Now, when you get all the way up here, you don't really worry about these equal lows. You look for equal lows in here. There are none, so you target the equal highs. I like this trade a lot more. Better draw on liquidity. Confluence are more meaningful, so took that, made 976.44. So yeah, that's basically it for the trade. If I take any trades tomorrow, you guys will see that. But until next time, guys.